Welcome and thank you for watching our video on how to configure a PepVPN connection. Before we start, I would like to explain a bit further on how PepVPN works. PepVPN is a machine-to-machine VPN connection. So for establishing the connection, we need two Peplink devices. In most cases, there will be a Peplink balanced router in a data center that retrieves multiple PepVPN connections from multiple mobile 4G routers. Instead of the balance router, a Fusion Hub could also be used, which is a virtual appliance instead of a physical one, like the balance series routers. We have already set up our balance router in our data center to receive our connection. Setting up the balance router, or Fusion Hub, is the same as configuring a PepWave mobile 4G router. In this test, we will be using a PepWave Max PL1 Mini. The data center unit is the only unit that needs to have a static internet IP address. The mobile 4G routers don't need to have that. This is what makes the PepVPN the easiest VPN in the world, as we don't need any static IPs on the remote locations. Now we can start logging into the web interface of our PepWave router. You are presented with the dashboard and we can navigate to the Advanced tab. Then navigate to the PepVPN page under the Advanced tab. On this page, you can name your device. This will be the name of the device that is used to identify this device to the data center unit. For this test, we just named it Test. Click on Save, and then in the top right corner, also click on Apply Changes to confirm your configuration. You will be presented with the dashboard again, and we'll have to navigate back to the Advanced tab, and then to the PepVPN page. Click on New Profile to create your PepVPN profile. Name the profile. In this case, we will use VPN Test. As you can configure multiple profiles, depending on your device, more than one profile can be active at the same time, but for now we will using just one. Make sure the active button is on and select if you want to use encryption or not. If you do not want to use encryption, the overhead of the PepVPN will be lower, resulting in somewhat faster connection. The remote ID field is used for authenticating our device to the data center unit. Fill in the serial number of the Peplink device that you want to connect to. In this case, it is our balance router in our data center. You could use also a preset key for an extra layer of authentication, but we are not using it in our test today. On this unit, the remote unit, we will not be using NAT, as we want to retrieve an IP from our data center unit instead, so we leave this off for now. In the remote IP address field, enter the static internet IP address of the data center unit, so the PepWave router knows where to tunnel to. Leave all the other settings on default, as we will not be using these for our test. We will explain some of these options in other videos. Click on Save and on top of the right, click on Apply Changes. When we configured the profile and selected the active button, the PepWave device immediately tries to connect to our data center unit. To see that status of the connection, we can navigate to the Status tab and selecting PepVPN. If everything was done correctly, you will see a green square in front of the connection that is being used. And you will see some minor data going through. And that's it, you have created a PepVPN connection. In some cases, the status of the connection displays updating routes or link failure detected. This can have several reasons. In most cases, there is no data on the SIM card in the mobile router, or the TCP port 32015 and the UDP 4500 are being blocked by the mobile provider, the firewall, or maybe the ISP. If you experience any other problems, the Frontier Computer team is always there to assist.